the Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by these fine sponsors. Hear Rich's forecast hourly on these Blue Water Broadcasting radio stations.
Hey, good morning, everybody. On this Monday morning, it is the 11th day of June, and we are 10 days away from the official start of summer, and yet we are deep into this summertime pattern. Boy, I bet some of you have some incredible stories about storms that you encountered over the weekend, and yet many folks had not a drop of rain this weekend. It's hard to believe. I'll tell you one story about one storm. Saturday afternoon in downtown Montgomery, there was a vicious thunderstorm that affected Rock the Park. A bunch of people in the park, and they had to scurry for cover. It was a terrible thunderstorm, and yet 4 miles away on this side of town, not a drop of rain from that storm. And out at the airport on the other side, only 0.12 of an inch of rain. That's just one idea of how these storms are neighborhood by neighborhood situations in the summertime. Well, what about the week ahead? I'll walk you through the details, and we'll see if there's any changes in this pattern or if it's locked in for a while, plus the latest from the tropics as well. And please stay to the end of this video. I'm going to tell you how you can see us a couple of times live on television starting this morning on 2 stations. Stick around. The forecast is going to start to sound like a broken record over the next few days, with a lot of repetition as we get these random showers and storms, and still the tropical air mass with lots of heat and humidity. The storms reaching a peak again in the afternoon and evening hours. Here's future radar today, looking much like the last 2 or 3 or 4 days. Random showers and storms scattered about the area. Again, they peak in the afternoon and evening, then they fade out at night, with today's high around 91. We had 92 yesterday. Tonight's low 72. Tomorrow much the same, with a generous supply of showers and thunderstorms roaming around the area again. In fact, I don't think there's going to be much day-to-day change as we go through the week. There's Wednesday. Here's a look at Thursday. Still a sprinkling of showers and storms, but not every town getting wet. Some towns stay dry. That's the way it works. Friday, again, the pattern remains the same. And if you're making plans for the weekend, I don't see any changes. Still a generous supply of showers and storms, about 50-50 coverage each day, which is better than a normal summer day. A normal summer day would be about 30% coverage. Same thing on Sunday. So this is the way I've got it. I've got 50% chance in Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, high temperatures at or above 90, lows at night in the low 70s. So that looks like, a pretty locked-in forecast for a few days anyway. Meanwhile, we're going to look out in the tropics, and most of the Atlantic basin quiet right now, but we do see a flare-up of showers and storms out there in the western Caribbean, and we're going to be watching that over the next few days. And meanwhile, we're looking at the western Gulf of Mexico. The GFS has now finally lost that hurricane, that bogus tropical storm and hurricane it was forecasting. That's Sunday at 1 p.m. The European showing just a lot of moisture out there in the western Gulf approaching Texas. So it looks like probably we're not going to see an organized tropical system in the Gulf this week. Meanwhile, the European seems to be more interested in possible development way out there in the tropical Atlantic off of Africa. We'll be watching that, and it also highlights an area just off the North Carolina coast. We'll continue to monitor the tropics for you. Today, this morning, we start the next phase of our new partnership with Alabama News Network. That's CBS 8 and ABC 32. Now, you'll see us a couple of times during their morning show. The first update will be live from the Blue Water Weather Center at about 5:50 a.m. I'll be chatting with Ryan Stinnett, and we'll be talking about the weather and some other things. Then, during the 6 o'clock hour, there's another camera upstairs in the News Talk studio. Our morning crew, Jay, Greg, Emily, will be interacting with their morning crew, Andrew, Olivia, Ryan, and that'll be around 6:40 in the morning, so that'll be a fun interaction, talking about various things. I'm not exactly sure yet. And future collaborations with the Alabama News Network, CBS 8 and ABC 32 involve severe weather coverage. Shane Butler and I will be collaborating during certain severe weather events, especially the big ones, hurricanes and tornadoes. He'll be live in his weather center. I'll be live in our weather center, and we'll be collaborating, and I think that'll be a very powerful collaboration. More on that in the coming days and weeks. Have a great day today. There'll be another video for you first thing tomorrow morning at 4:45 a.m. and your forecast whenever you want it across the dial on 8 radio stations. That's the Blue Water family of stations. Stay cool, and I'll see you later.
Rich Thomas Weather.